They say an Air Force is only as good as their pilots. Although that may not be true in every case, there still have been some amazing Air Force pilots with huge accomplishments during their time in service. Welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton and we're taking a look at the top 5 Air Force pilots in history. Now before we continue, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if this is your first time here to FTD Facts, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any future videos like this. Okay, so let's get into the list. Starting from number 5 all the way down to number 1, we have the Canadian-born Billy Bishop. It was in 1916 when Billy Bishop qualified to be an Air Force fighter pilot. Now, he was predicted to just last, let's say, 11 days in service. However, he did have a very packed career as an Air Force fighter pilot. I mean, just taking a look, like, he survived a crash landing in no man's land, which was in Germany, which was about 300 yards of trenches, as well as he survived an encounter with 5 German fighters. Billy Bishop had received the Distinguished Service Order for shooting down 2 enemies while he was coming under fire from 4 others. Billy Bishop was so deadly that he was described as Hell's Handmaiden. And because he was so intense in the military, that made him the flying ace with the most victories in the British Empire. And that was a total of 72 victories. Next up, we have Mohamed Mahmoud Alam. Mohamed Mahmoud Alam was a Pakistani Air Force jet fighter pilot, and he fought in the 1965 Indo-Pakistani War. Mohamed Mahmoud Alam was the last fighter pilot to become an ace in one day, where he shot down 5 enemy fighter jets in less than a minute. Now, this happened on September 7th, 1965. And if you're not familiar, a fighter ace is a military pilot who shoots down several enemy aircraft. Now, the actual number of victories to be considered an ace really varies, but it's usually 5 or more. And this is not an official ranking or anything like that, but it's generally 5 or more, and then you're considered an ace. He also holds a record for becoming an ace in the shortest amount of time. This also makes him the only fighter pilot to ever become an ace in one day. Next up at number 3, we have Yuri Epstein, the Israeli fighter pilot. Yuri Epstein is a top fighter pilot for supersonic fighter jet, as well as a top fighter pilot of the Israeli Air Force. He had 17 victories, and that's the most of any pilot in the modern fighter jet era. Yuri Epstein was nicknamed Hawkeye because he could apparently see enemy aircraft 24 miles away. 9 of his 17 victories were in the Israeli IAI Nesher, and the other 8 were in the Mirage 3. All that's left now is the top 2 fighter pilots, and at number 2 we have Manfred von Richthofen, aka the Red Baron. Now, he's probably the most popular pilot of all time, with the most victories of any pilot in World War I. 80 victories. Manfred von Richthofen was practically idolized in Germany. Well, of course, he was a German fighter pilot. Now, his superior fighter pilot skills was even demonstrated during his final fight, where he was fatally wounded by a bullet, which caused severe trauma to his heart as well as to his lungs. Now, despite losing a lot of blood really quickly, he still managed to have a controlled landing before he reportedly said his last word, which was kaput. So the number 1 fighter pilot on this list, it's gotta go to Erich Hartmann. He was known as the Black Devil. He was born in 1922 in Germany, and he became the most successful fighter pilot in aviation history. He shot down 352 Allied planes, and this was all during a total of 1,404 missions. Erich Hartmann surprisingly survived World War II, and after his prison sentence came to an end after he was falsely accused of war crimes, he lived out the rest of his life in West Germany, and he passed away in the year 1993 at the age of 71 years old. So that completes this episode on the top 5 fighter pilots. Do you know of any other amazing fighting aces? Comment down below and let me know who they are. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Those links are below in this video description. And I'll see you beautiful faces real soon in another episode. Alright everybody, here's some playlists of more military videos as well as some other educational and entertaining list videos. And don't forget to come back here every single day to FTD Facts for more educational content. I'll see you soon.